Hey friends! So it's time to start a new vlog. I didn't film any clips last week. Sorry. Not much exciting things happened. Lots of staying in the house, playing Animal Crossing. I did get to go to work a couple of days last week, so that was nice. But I did forget to vlog. Sorry. Anyway, since my last vlog, which I only uploaded yesterday, so Sunday, I haven't actually read many books. I finished Hiroshima by John Hersey, I think the name is. I didn't end up rating this. It feels really weird to rate it because it's actually happened to people and it's terrifying and it's horrifying what they went through, and yeah, I didn't want to rate that because that was weird. But it was a very interesting read. It was just insane what these people went through. So I did start another book. I've started this one, which is blank. This one. I've started Sorcery of Thorns. I've just taken the dust jacket off while I'm reading it, and I'm not very far in yet. I'm like this far in, so I'm 122 pages in. So far it's okay. It's a little bit slow on the start, although some stuff just started happening. It's interesting so far. I really enjoyed the concept of this, and that the grimoires in the library can become like monstrous creatures. It's a really interesting concept, so I'm excited to get more into it. I thought this week might be a fun week to film because I am taking part in Bookly's stay-at-home readathon. So it's a thing where you either read 25 hours in a week or 3.5 hours in a day, and then at the end of the week you can submit your Bookly thingies and go in a competition. So I am taking part in that. I'm going to try and do my best. I probably won't end up doing it, but I opted to do the 25 hours within a week because I really don't think I will read 3.5 hours in a day. But we'll see. I would definitely like to take part. I don't have any sort of like TBR planned or anything. I'm just going to read whatever I feel like picking up when I'm reading it. So I'm just going to continue reading this as my first book. So yeah, I suppose I probably could be reading now. I'm kind of sitting on my old computer because I decided that I wanted to listen to this, which is the Linkin Park official tour bootlegs. So I went and seen Linkin Park when they came to Australia in 2010, and I don't know, I was doing my 30-day song challenge today, and it was a song that has many meanings to you, and Linkin Park being my favorite band, I went with one of their songs. But then I was like, oh, did the song I picked, did they play this at this tour? So now I'm trying to listen to this, but I've got to get my computer, my old computer, set up because my new computer doesn't have a CD drive. So that's a whole process you probably don't care about, but that's what I'm doing right now. So it's probably a good time to read because my old computer is taking forever. This, I don't even remember what was on it. This was a great tour. If you never got to see Linkin Park live, they were freaking awesome live. This is still, to date, the loudest show that I've ever been to. So the clips that I recorded, I was so, like, it was so loud and the stands were shaking so much because of the bass that the clips didn't come out properly. So that was fun. But it was an amazing night. It was the first concert I ever went to by myself, and it was just the best, and I'm so happy and like privileged that I got to go see them live. God, they were so good, so good. So yeah, I want to listen to this if my computer will ever let me, because I don't even know what's on this. All that's on the back is instructions to download the show. So I don't even remember what show this was. I don't think it was the one that I went to. I think this was the Sydney show, but that's okay. That's okay. I just want to see if they played the song. So if you watched my last vlog, I was playing Animal Crossing. I'm now playing Final Fantasy VII, which I have been waiting for the Final Fantasy VII remake since it was first announced just so many years ago, and I'm so excited. The graphics on it are amazing. I'm just in love. I really haven't even got into the game yet, but I'm so happy. Like, Final Fantasy VII was my ride or die. Like, I loved this game so much, so I'm thrilled. So I'm playing Final Fantasy right now, and look, They just went above and beyond with the graphics for this. It's just so amazing. So amazing. I love it so much. Yeah, anyway. I don't think the camera's doing it any justice, but it's very vivid and very beautiful. I didn't end up doing any reading today. I played Final Fantasy all day. Also, I decided to finally wear these pajamas. The He Who Must Not Be Named, but they're very sparkly. I had such grand plans today. I was going to read a little bit, I was going to edit my book haul, I was going to do some of the TAFE course that I signed on to do, and what I actually did is I tried to do some of the TAFE course, and I haven't been sent the assessments yet, so I couldn't do the typing test assessment, and then the TAFE online system went down, so I couldn't even do the other modules, so that was a fail. And that I spent like so much time in the day like doing the one module, preparing to do the assessments, and then the site went down, so I couldn't do the assessments. And then when it did come back up, some of the content that I need is missing, so that was fail number one. I didn't read anything. I still haven't edited a video, but I did learn to do the Don't Be Scared challenge on TikTok, so win, I guess. So I did upload the Don't Be Scared video on my Instagram, to my stories, but it's probably gone, oh, not probably, it will be gone by the time you see this video, so if you want to see it, you're gonna have to go to my TikTok, which is Glittery Nerd. I didn't read any today, but I did read some last night of Sorcery of Thorns. I am on page 169. It's starting to pick up a lot more now and I'm getting through it quite quickly. I intended to read all day today. I was like, I'm not going to play Final Fantasy, I'm going to read and I'm going to do all those things that I said I was going to do earlier. But I guess the universe had other plans, so go team. That's fine. That's fine. I'm definitely enjoying the concept of it, and I just love the idea of the grimoires, and them, I guess, being conscious beings, I guess, is not really conscious beings. I don't know how to describe it, but they can understand, I guess. But I'm enjoying the concept, and I cannot wait to see where this goes. I think this is a standalone, correct me if I'm wrong, which I hope it is, because if it's a standalone I'm excited. So maybe tomorrow I can get a lot of reading done. I am still going to edit the book haul tonight, and hopefully I can edit that and have it ready to upload tonight to go live tomorrow. I have a cat on my lap. Let me poke his head up. Dealies! Being very, very silky, as you can see. Such a silk. So I'm gonna go edit a video, cuddle a cat, and probably watch some Schitt's Creek on Netflix. How am I supposed to film videos when this is happening down here? Oh, so cute. As you may have guessed from that quick little clip that I put in about the cat, I was filming a video today. I filmed a book review for The Rules of Being a Girl, so hopefully that will already be up though. But I thought while I was filming I would pop in and do a reading update as well. I'm still reading Sorcery of Thorns. I'm almost finished though. I'm on page 348, I think, out of 450 something. I'm not quite sure off the top of my head. So yeah, I'm actually really hoping to finish this today. I'm not doing great on the readathon that I was doing. So this readathon was to read 3.5 hours every day, or 25 hours over the full length of the readathon, which was from the 13th to the 19th. What's today's date? It's the 17th today, and I think I've read around 3 hours total, so I'm not doing great, and I'm not going to make the 25 hours. I do have a couple of days. Who knows, maybe I can do it. I really doubt that I can, but who knows. So yeah, I want to finish this today because it got really good last night, and I was listening to my reading playlist while I was playing it, and a lot of the really like intense Game of Thrones songs came on. There was like some of the intense songs from Hunger Games, some of the intense Harry Potter like fight scene songs came on. It was weird because it worked out with what was happening in the book, and it was great. So I had a great soundtrack to the fight scenes that were happening in the book, so that was great. It worked out perfectly. So yeah, I'm definitely going to read some more of this probably right now, and hopefully I can get it finished today. Bookly reckons I've got about 2 hours left of reading, so maybe I can read a bit faster than that. That'd be nice. I've been binge watching Schitt's Creek on Netflix. I'm almost finished. I think I'm probably a couple of episodes into season 5, so I'm disappointed because season 6 isn't on Netflix yet, so that's sad. I'm probably going to watch Tiger King after that because I have a few friends telling me to watch it, so that's what I'm watching on TV. But yeah, I'm gonna go put my reading playlist on and read some books. Or a book. Maybe I'll start another one if I finish that. Who knows? But I'll update you later. So I finished a book. I finished Sorcery of Thorns by Margaret Rogerson. So that's exciting. I'm still definitely not going to meet the goal of reading 25 hours. I think I'm probably up to maybe just over 5 hours. Actually no, I'd be just over 4 hours, so even less. So yeah, there's no way that I can read 21 hours over the next couple of days. Yeah, I mean, I guess I could, but I feel like if I read that much I'm just gonna go blind. Like, my eyes physically just can't do that. That's okay. But yeah, I finished a book, so I think I'm gonna end up rating this 4.5 out of 5 stars. I'm gonna dock the half a star because it was a little bit slow for me to start, but I really enjoyed it once I got into it. I loved the concept of the libraries and the grimoires that are definitely magical, I guess is the way to say it, and that the grimoires can, like, each of them are kind of unique, but some of them can like talk, others can kind of make you believe things. There's just a lot of different things that they can do, so I loved that concept. And the libraries are definitely like books about books. I loved the character of Silas. Silas was a demon that can turn into a cat, so I loved Silas. I enjoyed like Elizabeth and Nathaniel. So Elizabeth was the girl that grew up in the Great Libraries, and then Nathaniel was the sorcerer that she meets. I really enjoyed them, and I enjoyed their chemistry with each other, although it was a little bit, I don't know, it was like I enjoyed their chemistry, but it kind of felt slightly like it was forced, I suppose. So yeah, I really enjoyed the magic in this book. I wish that we got to know more. I kind of like a sequel or something that kind of goes more into the history, that kind of explains more the magic, that, I don't know, just goes more into it. So and even the way this ended, I feel like it definitely needs a sequel, because this is a standalone fantasy, but I really feel like a sequel could work for it. I want more. More would be nice, and I would welcome a sequel, so that would be nice if there was a sequel. So yeah, I'm gonna give it 4.5 out of 5 stars. I would definitely recommend this if you're looking for like a really quick standalone fantasy, because there's not many standalone fantasy books these days. I feel like everything that I pick up at least is a series, and sometimes I just really want a standalone. Like, I love reading series, but I've got so many series on the go that it's just not even funny. Like, I just want a standalone every now and then. So yeah, I have taken off my pink sticker. So I guess if you're not familiar, if you've not watched any of my previous vlogs, I have a bullet journal. All of my books have pink stickers on the side of them, and when I read a book, I take their sticker off and stick it in here. So yeah, my red books don't have stickers on them, so if I ever do a pan around my bookshelf and you see like hundreds and hundreds of pink stickers, that fly. They're my unread books. So I do need to pick another book to read, and I also have a new book to show you. So I ordered a book from Booktopia last week and it came. I forgot to unbox it on camera. I sanitized the box when we got it, and then I used like the sanitizing wipe to open the box, and then just threw it out and completely forgot. And then I forgot that I ordered it because I threw the box out and I just put the book in my room and forgot. So I've had this for a couple of days now, but I ordered The Library of the Unwritten by AJ Hackwith. I've seen Riley from Riley Marie talk about this one and it sounded really interesting. Oh, well, there's a thing on the front that says the first book in your new favorite series, so I guess this is the first in a series. That's fine. When I seen Riley talk about it, it sounded really good, and oh my god, this one says it's like The Good Place meets Law and Order, so that's great. Love The Good Place. What made me pick it up is because Riley had said that this was a book about a library that is in hell, and this library is the unwritten books, so they're for books that were never finished being written, and characters keep escaping from their library to go to their authors to try and convince the authors, oh my gosh, wow, to try and convince the authors to finish their books. So it sounds like a really interesting concept, so I love that. And now that it's got a thing on the back that says The Good Place meets Law and Order, I'm even more interested. I definitely prefer the US cover to this cover. I'm not a huge fan of this cover. I don't really like it, but that is fine. I'm still interested in this one. I do have another one that I ordered, but it wasn't in stock when I ordered it, so I guess that one might take a while. I don't know where they get their stock from, but I guess if it's overseas, it could be a very long time before I get that, but that's fine. No rush. And I know I said I wasn't going to order books, but then I ended up getting some shifts at work and was like, oh, now I can order some books. So now I need to pick something else to read, and I don't know what to pick. So should I just use my TBR jar? On to possibly a new book. I wish I could shake this up better. Like, I feel like when I shake it up it does nothing but maybe wobble them around a bit. So I just tried mixing them up a little bit more. So let's see what we get. So this one is Learning Not to Drown. So this is Learning Not to Drown by Anna Shinoda. So that was something that I bought recently, and not recently, I don't know when I bought that last year. So let me grab it and I'll come back. Okay, so I did pull out Learning Not to Drown by Anna Shinoda. This cover was designed by Mike Shinoda, who, if you don't know, Mike Shinoda was or is the rapper from Linkin Park. So yeah, I bought this one recently. By recently I mean the end of last year, I think. And this one I know focuses quite heavily around mental illness. I don't know if this is what I'm in the mood for, but I'll give it a go, and if not, then I might pull something else from the jar. So I am still reading, and if you can see in the background, so this is still All the Boys I Loved Before. I am still reading this one. I haven't read it for a few weeks, so I'm annotating it, so I'm just going really slowly with it. Like I tend to, when I do read it, only read like 10 pages at a time. I think for now I'm going to update my journal and then update all of my spreadsheets. I just wanted to show you the pages in my journal that I just did, because I don't think I've shown my journal for a while. So I've just filled in this one, so I've finished the top row of my shelf, so that's exciting. And then my April pages. So I really like with this book how you can tell the more I read it, the more into it I was getting. So I started by reading only 4 pages the first day I read it, then 8, and then it just gets progressively more the more I went on. So I thought that was interesting. And I haven't shown this yet, but I haven't shown this yet, but this is how I started doing my top songs, because I was just doing at the start of months. So I was just doing this for my top 5 songs, because I like to list my top 5 favourite songs. So I was doing this. I seen on Pinterest someone that had done like a page like this, so this is how I started doing it to make it look like a little bit of a playlist. So this was my top 10 songs for March. I'm still kind of working on this because I'm still getting the sizing right. So I did it for February as well and it didn't really work as well. I definitely preferred my March one, but I do need to work on the sizing and that sort of stuff and get everything better. But yeah, I liked that. Liking how my bullet journal is evolving. So the thing I changed in my spread starting for March is this one. So I changed the bottom part. So the top part hasn't changed. So favorite book, TV/film, which I wasn't sure what to put for March, but I changed this stuff for music and stats as well. So I added a most played song and my most played artist, and then I changed my stats to over here. So my pages, my hours read, the amount of books I read, and my average reading per pages per minute. So yeah, I'm liking how things are evolving, and I'm getting like spreads the way I like them. So far I really like this one. So I have 2 spreads for months. So I have like this spread that's like favorite book, favorite TV, and that stuff I just went through, the books that I've acquired, and then my reading. So as you can tell, March wasn't a great reading month and I didn't watch any films. And then I've got over here like my book wrap up, TV wrap up, and then my music wrap up. So yeah, I'm liking how things are going. And again, it might change again because I haven't used this yet, but essentially what I want to do is just stick the pictures of the shows that I watch. So I should have some to put in for this month. Hey friends, so long time no talk. I don't actually remember when I last filmed a clip. I think it was when I said that I was gonna start reading this, which was a few days ago. So I thought I probably should pop in and do an update. So I'm sitting in front of my bookshelves at the moment because I kind of decided very last minute that I wanted to do the OWLS readathon as well as the other readathon that I was doing. I'm only kind of low-key doing it because I started obviously halfway through the month, so I'm probably not going to be able to do it. I do remember last year you could make up any OWLS that you missed when the newts took place. So if I don't finish, then I will do that. So I initially tried to pick a like career that had the least amount of challenges, but I'm like, no, I want to do it right. So I picked the career that I would want, which was Hogwarts professor, which of course has a lot of challenges, but there is a lot of flexibility in the challenges. So I don't have a TBR set or anything like that, but because I decided to do that before I started reading this, I counted this for a challenge. I finished this last night and I'm so disappointed. I ended up giving this 2.5 out of 5 stars. I have been just so excited to read this. I follow Anna and Mike obviously on Instagram, and I'm just like a huge fan of Mike, and I love watching Anna's Instagram stories, so I was so excited to read this. Unfortunately it wasn't for me. My eyes look really dark today. Wow. Anyway, that's fine. So yeah, I gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars. So this kind of follows a girl whose name is Claire. Well, I forgot that for a minute there. And her family has this like skeleton in their closet. Her brother Luke has been in and out of jail for most of his, I guess, teenage years, and there's just this really big family secret that isn't revealed to the end. So she has this like skeleton creature following her around, and I'm still not entirely certain if that skeleton, because she can see this skeleton, and I'm not entirely certain if that skeleton was an actual hallucination or if this was just the metaphorical skeleton following the family around. But she would interact with this skeleton, so it was kind of weird. So there's just this stigma around the family because her brother has been in jail, and people, I guess, don't think a lot of the family because of this, thrown around. There was a lot of dragons' names. It was a lot. But I liked it. And it's a shame that that isn't going to be turned into a TV series, because I think that battle would be mind-blowing on TV. Hey friends, so I thought I'd pop in and wrap up the vlog. I'm just about to start playing some Animal Crossing. So I finished 3 things this week. So 2 books and a novella, which is actually a lot for me. And I started a new book last night. So the book that I started was the Harry Potter Illustrated Edition. I've taken the dust jacket off because I didn't want to ruin it. Oh, wow, that kind of hurt. Anyway, I didn't want to ruin it while I was reading. I started that. I didn't get very far in. I'm at chapter 3, so not very far at all. And the books that I read this week was Sorcery of Thorns by Margaret Rogerson. This one I really enjoyed. I think I ended up giving this 4 out of 5 stars. Can't quite remember now. I finished Learning Not to Drown by Anna Shinoda. Oh, unfortunately I gave this 2.5 out of 5. I'd probably even maybe settle on a 2. I think this one overall, like I thought the story was an interesting concept. It just wasn't quite what I wanted. Not much happened. I didn't like the writing style. I wish that more could have been done. I think this story could have gone a lot of interesting and maybe important places, but unfortunately it didn't. I do love this cover though, because this was designed by Mike Shinoda, who is one of my favorite singers, rappers, artists, just ever. And out of this giant honking book, I read the Game of Thrones novella, The Princess and the Queen, or The Blacks and the Greens, which is a novella that was set 200 years before the events of Game of Thrones and is the Dance of Dragons. That novella is about Aegon II and his sister Rhaenyra, I'm not quite sure how to say her name, and them fighting for the Iron Throne. So there's like epic battles with dragons in this novella, and it's just a lot happens. Like I wish that this was being turned into like a TV show or something, because I think it would be amazing. As per typical George R. R. Martin style, there's lots of death in it. There's unfortunately a lot of dragon death, which is really sad. And yeah, I really liked it. So for the 3-a-thons I was taking part in, so I started the OWLS readathon halfway through the week. This completed the task for Muggle Studies, which was to read a book from a human perspective, and this short story met the requirements for potions, which was to read a book that was less than 150 pages. So this novella can be purchased on its own, so I'm going to count it, even though it is part of a bigger book, but I'm going to count it. And then for the bookly readathon I was doing, let's see how many hours I actually read. I didn't read 25 hours, I know that for sure. So I read more than I thought I read, but it's still nowhere near 25. So I managed to read 13 hours and 5 minutes in total, which is not anywhere near the goal that I was supposed to hit, which is 25. So between the 13th and the 19th I only read 705 pages. Okay, that is all I have for this vlog. I will be starting my next vlog soon, and I will talk more about the OWLS then. So I still have 5 challenges left that I need to complete for the OWLS. So this book, I think this book meets the requirements. I cannot remember off the top of my head what Harry Potter will meet the requirements for. I know the challenge was to read a book with witches and wizards, but I cannot remember what class that was for. But I will let you know in the next vlog if and when I finish this. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you all again in my next one. Bye!